Welcome to my channel where we cover the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. We cover the stories both big and small, the epic and the cute, the silly and the tragic. I hope you all enjoy the ride, and welcome to the Chronicler of Lore. Now that a decision has been made on what to do, the Warrior of Light, Thancred, and Y'shtola head out to sneak into the land of the Children of the Everlasting Dark. Of course, just rushing in will get you quite dead, so a little bit of planning has to be done. Y'shtola has a guard stationed in a spot where he can spy on the group, so she wants to find him to see what he knows. But you have to be careful because the children enjoy killing others, and Y'shtola would like to avoid fighting them if she can. You find the guard while he's in the middle of getting attacked. Your special power is not the echo, but your timing, because you always show up right when people need you. You save his life, and he gets a chance to tell you what he's seen. Apparently, the children have been breeding a large number of venomous spiders that they obviously plan on using on the Knights Blessed. Y'shtola, always being one to figure out how to make things work in her favor, figures that since the children are interested in the spiders, attacking the nest will make them have to move to protect them, and make it easier for you to sneak in. Thancred, of course, loves the plan, so you grab some smoke bombs from a nearby outpost and use them to knock out some bees so you can stuff their hives in a sack that Thancred throws into the area where the spiders' nests are. The bees are not even a little bit happy about what you've done to them, so they start stinging everything around them once they get out of the sack, including the spiders, which causes enough chaos for you all to sneak in to find the stone Y'shtola was talking about. Of course, you'll still have to guard her just in case some of the cult members show up while she's working. The monument is in a room with a lot of strange murals on the wall that seem to show scenes of important events, and since you likely won't ever come back, Y'shtola wants you to study those while she works on the monument. The pictures actually cause Arbor to show himself again, and he knows what they are. They show images of heroes throughout the history of the First, from the Age of the Gods to the Empire of Ronka, and even him and his friends fighting the Shadowkeeper. There had been a researcher in the cave who had given them a lot of odd jobs, and he had believed that the first painting dated back to a time long forgotten as a tribute to the heroes of a long forgotten era. The place was found by a Ronkan explorer who had decided to make a second picture of the heroes from his era. The researcher who Arbor was working with told him that one day him and his friends would be up there too. They all thought the guy was crazy, but apparently he did put them up there, but it looks more faded than the other pictures, like someone tried to remove it. He asks if you think that someone will draw pictures and keep records of everything you've done one day, but Y'shtola finishes her work before you can answer, so he leaves. I kinda wonder if she can see him since she no longer sees the world like everyone else, but who knows. Y'shtola keeps her own secrets as much as Urianger. With everything you need, the three of you head back to Slitherbough. Y'shtola and Urianger get to work on the final translations, while Runar prepares some food for dinner. When the meal's finished, the patrols still haven't made it back to town like they should have, but instead of waiting for them, Runar sends you to tell your friends that it's time to eat. Outside of Y'shtola's door, you hear her arguing with Urianger about you. While the blessing of light is preventing you from becoming a light warden, the light ether is still corrupting you. She doesn't think the ether of the wardens is being burned off by your powers at all, it's just staying inside of you. Urianger believes the same thing, but he won't draw any conclusions until he knows for sure. Y'shtola doesn't think you have time for him to waste doing more research. In fact, you already might be out of time. And that's not the only thing she's worried about. Since Urianger is always telling people half-truths, she wants to know whether he really saw the 8th Umbral Calamity like he claimed. He's about to answer her when one of the Blessed comes running into the city, screaming for help. Meanwhile, in Yulmore, the Exarch arrives for his meeting with Vauthry. The guy doesn't waste any time asking if the Exarch is working with the Warriors of Darkness. The Exarch has his own question that he wants answered first. He wants to know why Vauthry isn't helping get rid of the Wardens himself. It's because the world is doomed anyway. Even if the Wardens are wiped out, the First is finished. If the Sin Eaters were gone, the people would fight over the land's resources. They'd fight, die, and starve themselves to death. The people need a god to guide them, and Vauthry's that god. He'll determine who gets to live in his world, and the Sin Eaters are there to make sure the world remains under his control. Knowing that there will be no agreement made between them, the Exarch vows to fight Vauthry every step of the way. The man of course hadn't planned on letting the Exarch leave alive. He attacks, but the Exarch wasn't nearly stupid enough to be there in the flesh. Realizing he'd been tricked by an illusion, Vauthry throws another incredible temper tantrum. Back out in Rak'Tika, it seems that Ranjit and his forces have arrived, and he's come to lay claim to Rak'Tika under Vauthry's orders. As of this moment, the Knights Blessed are now subjects of Eorzea, and the children of the Everlasting Dark will act as the leaders of Rak'Tika when the Eorzeans are away. This doesn't sit well with Runar and the others, but Ranjit makes it clear that anyone who refuses to leave Slitherbough and head to the lands of the Children of the Dark will be killed. He leaves to give you all time to pack and take care of the injured guard, but he's not giving you that long. The guard's been given some very potent poison that even the best healers in the city can't cure, probably as an example of what Ranjit will do to anyone who doesn't obey his orders. Unfortunately, with the Eorzeans allied with the children, the Knights Blessed can't hope to hold them off. They have to give in to the demands, but that doesn't mean you all have to suffer with them. Your work is too important, so Runar wants you all to run away, something that Y'shtola would never do, especially now that she has you there. She knows that the Eorzeans are there to protect the Light Warden, so she wants to hunt it down before they get back. If the knight returns before they make it back, then they'll leave. Plus, she's deciphered the end of the tablet, and she knows how to get into Ixmaya. She leaves Runar in charge of the Knights Blessed while she takes you to retrieve the Ronkan seal that you need from some underwater ruins. The ruins are huge, so it's fortunate that you can breathe underwater. While you get the seal, Thancred and Minfilia work on strengthening the defenses of Slitherbough so they can have a chance to hold off the Eorzeans while you hunt down the Light Warden. After your swim, with the seal in hand, you and the others head to Ixmaya, where you are immediately attacked by the guardians of the area, a trio of bunny girls, one of which is extremely eager to kill Y'shtola. But when she pulls out the Ronkan seal, they allow you to live and follow them to their village, where after they check to make sure the seal isn't fake, you'll hopefully find a lead to where the Light Warden's hiding. And that's where we're going to stop for today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll always know when a new video pops up. And if you want to buy me a cup of coffee for my work, hit the join button and sign up to become a member of the channel. Until next time, guys. Later.